Righto, I'm back. This is part 2 of the Lister SR2. I've got some parts here, so we're going to open it up and have a look, see what we got. I'd say they're pistons. We've got air cleaner. This will be a muffler. Conrod bushes. Fuel filter. Conrod bearings. Big end bearings. Gasket set. The injector tester machine out. Bit of diesel in there. Got a bit of rod, and we have injector. So I'm going to give it a pump, and it's not looking real good. Righto, this is the other injector, and it's just squirting. They can be so easily just dribbling. Problems there, we need to look at that. Righto, this injector here. I got him up in the vise here. Loose as a goose. Bit of diesel in there, that's okay. Old diesel. Oh, that's loose. So my intention is to take this out and have a look at the nozzle, if it'll allow me. There's the spring. Look, it's coming off here. What surprises have we got there? Bit of a clean up here. Come on. Little holes in there, those 3 little holes. We've got to get them cleaned out. I can even get some brake cleaner in there, and it seems to be spraying a lot better than it was. I'm going to put it back together, and I will just put them back. Seems pretty good. That's not working too good. The other injector, I can only get 1 hole out of the 3 working. Can you see those? There's one little hole. There's another little hole. And there's another little hole. And I can't get something in there small enough to clear them. Plus the end of that has to be good. 1 hole out of 3 is not enough, so I think I'm going to have to get 1 new one anyway. And I've decided to try and work out why the rack won't move. That one there is fine. And this one here will not move. I'll get a screwdriver on there and give him a bit of hurry. He won't move. Won't move. So I'll have to pull that pump out now. I've got this injector pump in here, and that's the delivery valve. This is supposed to go in and out. This is supposed to go across and backwards and forwards, and I've been here for half an hour, and I've managed to get this full of this stuff, and I've just been tapping in here, and I've been tapping on here. We now have some movement, but it's got to go in and out. And I can give this a tap back in. Every time I do this, this thing's getting looser. It's getting pretty good there now. Yep. Right, I've been mucking around with these, and we got him all working again. That's the desired effect. Right, I've got the pistons on the conrods. They've got to go in the barrels, and I'll put the ring compressor on and pull him down and push him in. Okay, one done. I'll put a bit of this in here and a bit of that down there. Do you love the theory? Hope the piston doesn't fall out. Camshaft side, wrong side. Righto, now that I've got it on the right side, I will attempt to put this down. That seems okay. There's honey stuff in there. And spread it around a bit. And make sure you got the numbers on the same side as the numbers. Put a couple of nuts on and I'll do them up a bit. Now these engines require some shims to go on top of there, to go under the cylinder head, to keep the right distance from the top of the piston to the bottom of the head. And it's supposed to be 0.9mm, I think. I've got those few shims there. There we go here. Come on, little oil pipe. I'll just put a bit of pressure on them to get that silastic on the bottom of the block to just set. Here comes number 2 piston. Plenty of that on the big end. Some in this one. A bit of good stuff in there. Now that's got to be the cam side. Correct. This has to go in here. Somewhere. Is that right? That's it. Whoop. More of this good stuff on here. That good honey. I'll get them all done up here and then I'll put the tension on them a bit later. Just so as I know that they're not binding on the crankshaft, so I'll just put a bit of tension on them. Does it turn still? It still turns. These 3 rings, 4 rings in this case, go and sit in there. Yeah, you see, I forgot to put this one on. Which way around? I forgot to put that on there, so I'll have to take this pipe off and slip him in there. Not to worry. I got myself in a bit of a predicament before and forgot to put that there side cover on. Then I put it on the wrong way, and then I went looking through my moor pile and found that one. So I had to pull the heads off and put that one in there. Not to worry. Righto, putting a few more bits on here. Putting this air cowl. It doesn't have a starter motor, so it's got a blank plate. Let's put that back on. Won't need it. I've got my manifolds on now. I'm just about to put this back on. And get a new air cleaner to put in there. And that'll be good. Clean it all up in the sump here. And made it all clean, ready to put some oil in. They're just sitting there. I've got to get some new injector nozzles. That could be a little while. Now, every now and again, I get bored and read the instructions. So I've been doing these down here to 50, and 50 is a good amount, I've got to say. There goes one. That's the recommended. But that's 50 foot-pounds. Now there's another thing you got to, well, if you read the instructions, it says you need to get a piece of lead, stick it on top of the piston, between the top of the piston and underneath the head, roll it over, and then you can take that bit of lead wire out. It just so happens it's this will probably do the job. You're supposed to cut it off, put it in there, but I think we're just going to do it like this. I should be able to just shove it down here in the centre, And we're supposed to have 0.87 to 9, whatever the measurement is. You can feel it hit the top of it. It just squashes it just that little bit. There it is. Let's see what it measures. 1 millimetre. I think the maximum's a very small amount less than that. So we can't really take a shim out, or maybe we could. This one's a bit less. I think that's the minimum and that's the maximum. I'll just get these big ends done. And I'll tell you what, when I took them off, they were more than 15, I can tell you. That was some amazing number, I would have said. Yeah, the curiosity got me. I couldn't leave it like that. All I can do is take one of them little shims out. Yeah, and there's 4 in there, look at that. It only needs to be 3. Now you probably wonder what's going on here. I didn't show this before, but according to the instructions, because this head can move a little bit, nut can move a little bit, and these manifolds here may not be lined up, and then they can end up cracking the things. So you need to get a piece of something flat along here, clamp it on there, and make sure. See there's a little bit there? Tight, 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 tight. So that's that's 0.8. Right, I've just pulled it out of there. Pretty much the same as the other side. So both compression chambers now are the same. Just got to put it back together. Righto, got it all back to where we were now. All this is back on there. It actually didn't. It took me 20 minutes or something. So better off doing it now while you got the tools out. Righto. Got a bit of a temporary fuel tank there. I put a new filter in here and cleaned it all out. So that's going to be good. And I've got it all bled up onto those there, and it seems to be not leaking, so that's good. I haven't got any oil in the sump in case it leaks at all the diesel into the sump with the oil. I don't want to do that. So yeah, just waiting on injector nozzles. Yeah, and I got these all cleaned up. Wow, boy, it was hard getting all that grease stuff off. Right, I've got these new injector nozzles came, and so I'm going to put them in. I've got it here basically to pieces again. That's the old, there it is. And I have some new ones here. And I'm not even going to pull it to pieces. I'm going to stick it straight on. And I've cleaned these up already. That's just the spring that, or the thing that pushes on the spring. That goes on there. That we will have to adjust. And I'll do the other one the same. Off and back here over at the pressure machine. It works so much better now. I've just got to get 200 atmospheres, which is approximately 3,000 psi to crack off. And then I've got to give it a little bit more. It's just not quite making the 2,900 to get it there. So let's just go again. I reckon that's pretty well just under the 3,000 and it's cracking off. So that new nozzle made the world of difference. That's going like a beauty. I'll put them in the engine. I'll do the other one the same. That's the second injector. Pump him up, got to fill him up with fuel. So he's got a bit more yet. Barely going off at 2,000. We're almost there. A little bit too much. There it goes. So that's good there. That's injector number 2. Now I just got to check to make sure Washers are in there good. And they seem to be good. Got a little bit of stuff around. That's the O-ring. It seals the air on this side, oil on this side. And that's 2. Got to get the pipes on now. These injector pipes, I've cleaned them, I've blown them out, brake cleaner through them, dried them out. I've got to put some oil in here. And this is how, it takes a fair bit of oil. That's it. That's what I'm putting in there. It's a monograde oil. And right, I've got it full of oil, and I've just got a screwdriver in. I'm pushing the oil pump. It's just a plunger pump to pump up some oil pressure. And so I'm happy with that now. And we've got oil pressure up here. They've had oil coming out of them. So now I can put all that back together too. And here's oil dropping down in here. Oil dripping down. Righto, I've got both. That's the bleed off for the injectors. Now I can put them back on. That one doesn't want to fit there. That one seems to be happy to fit there. Put the nuts on and do them up to 15 foot-pounds torque. Righto, just check them off. 15 foot-pounds torque. Now I've just done the tappets, but I've only done them so as they're loose because they've got new valves, and I'll run it for a while and then I'll have to readjust them. Just doing up all these little pipes here. Pipes that feed the rockers. 516 AF. There's a few of those that size on here, on this engine. Righto, I think we're getting closer there now. They're all done. Tappets are done. They're torqued down. And I need to hold the valves open so as I can turn it over to get the fuel up. So I think I'll have to put the tappet covers on now. Do these top injector ones all up. The injectors should be full of diesel. So it's just the line that needs filling up. The injector pumps should be full of diesel. Right, that's one tappet cover. 2 tappet covers. Just got to run these down. And then I should be able to decompress. That seems like it's decompressed. Over. I just started turning it over. And that is an injector going off. That's an injector going off. Which one is it? No, I've got to see a problem here, I think. Oh no, it's done up. It's done up. We have a leak. I would say it's this one going off. It's the first one. This one's not doing anything. But I can see I've got a leak here. I don't know what it is. I'll have to see if I can investigate this leak. Yeah, I forgot to do up the top one there, and I have found 3/8 Whitworth. That fits on there so much better. I am concerned about this pump because it wasn't healthy. That's better. See if I can make it work better. Up 2. Yep, that's 2 injectors firing off. If I flip those, it'll probably go. And there's probably no reason why we can't do that yet. Here we are, putting the side covers on. Righto, here it is. I've never started one of these engines before, but I think we're nearly at it. I've got that off. She's got compression. there we have it. Vista SR2. And she goes like a beauty. Thanks for watching, and click like and subscribe. Hopefully there'll be another video coming up soon.